Let's turn our attention to magic E syllables. As the teacher, you have a decision to make. Am I going to teach the broader concept of magic E, followed by introducing each pattern such as A consonant E, I consonant E, O consonant E, or am I going to teach the individual patterns and then wrap up by teaching the concept? I usually make this decision based on the age of the child. With younger children, I teach the individual patterns and then wrap up by reviewing the concept. With older children, I teach the concept and then introduce the individual patterns. With older children, I can usually teach the concept, then introduce the A-E card. Once they understand these two items, I can introduce all or many of the remaining patterns together. Let's demonstrate how to introduce magic E syllables.
So we're going to learn a new syllable type today. It's called a magic E syllable. What's it called?
Magic E.
And a magic E syllable has 2 vowels. How many vowels?
2 vowels.
But these vowels have to be in a certain order. That's important. So they have to be 1 vowel followed by one consonant and then a silent E. So what order do they have to be in?
1 vowel followed by 1 consonant and a silent E.
And that silent E jumps back and makes the vowel say its name. What's it do?
Oh, the E jumps back, making the vowel say its name.
That's right. So let's review this. What kind of syllable?
Magic E.
And how many vowels?
2 vowels.
And does order matter?
Order matters.
Order matters. And what order do they have to be in?
1 vowel followed by 1 consonant and a silent E.
And then what does that E do?
The E jumps back, making the vowel say its name.
Right. So the vowels in these words would say
A, I, O.
All right. And teachers, if I have not taught magic E yet, which is likely I haven't, I wouldn't ask them to pronounce these words. So that would be the next step. But then we have a syllable sort activity for you all as adults, and working just much like the other syllable sort activities we did. And we look at the first word, M-A-K-E. How many vowels do you see, Shannon?
2 vowels.
And are they in the order vowel, consonant, silent E?
They are.
So is it a magic E syllable?
It is.
All right, good job. So write it there. And our next one is B-A-R-E. How many vowels do you see?
2 vowels.
Are they in the order we need? Which, remind me what that order is.
Oh, yes. That's a vowel, consonant, E.
Yes, very nice. So it is a magic E syllable.
Okay.
And we could come down and look here and look at this word, Z-E-A-K. And how many vowels do you see?
Oh, 2 vowels.
But are they in the right order? Vowel, consonant, silent E?
Not in the right order.
Not in the right order. They're touching, aren't they?
They are.
So we put that in the not column. And why not?
Wrong order.
Wrong order.
I want to acknowledge that words including R in the vowel consonant E patterns can be challenging for both students and teachers. Let's look at the box highlighted in yellow. First, magic E trumps R controlled. Yes, I realize we've not yet discussed this R controlled pattern. My apologies, but we will soon. Words with the pattern vowel then an R then a silent E are considered magic E syllables. While they do not make a clear long vowel sound due to the impact of the R, they are considered more long than short. If we think about the example star, and we add an E, it becomes stare. The E does change that vowel sound. Pause the video and complete this activity. A link to the answer key is included in your syllabus. Now that we know how to identify a magic E syllable, let's see what it looks like to teach an individual magic E pattern.
So Shannon, I have a new card to teach you. It's A consonant E. What's it called?
A consonant E.
This line that you see right here is a holding spot for a consonant. Normally you would find, as we said, A and then a consonant and then E. So what's it a holding spot for?
A consonant.
All right, and we call this card
A consonant E.
And A consonant E says A. What does A consonant E say?
It says A.
And our key word is cake.
Cake.
So let's skywrite.
Okay. A consonant E says A.
And excuse me just a minute. And teachers, you saw that we're drawing the line. So we're writing A consonant E says A. Thank you, Shannon.
A consonant E says A. A consonant E says A.
Good job. So let's review. The letters are
A consonant E.
and A consonant E says
A.
and our key word is
Cake.
here's our keyword cake, and if we look at it we see an E at the end, and that E at the end of a word is almost always silent. So we call this a magic E because it has magical power. So it's a silent E, so we draw a line through it. And this E will jump back over the K, landing on the A and making the A say its name. So what's the vowel's name?
A.
So then the word is,
Cake.
all right. So let's look at some words.
Teachers, you have two choices when considering your new words to read activity. You could begin with magic E syllables and illustrate the impact of the silent E, or you can begin with a closed syllable and add the silent E. Surprisingly, beginning with the closed syllable and then converting it to a magic E syllable is more difficult for our struggling readers. You may want to begin with the magic E syllables only. Today we're going to begin with the magic E syllables, and it might look something like this. Do you see the silent E at the end of the word? Let's draw a line through it. What does it do? So we're going to draw an arrow on the paper going over to the A because it jumps back and makes the vowel say its name. What is its name? And our word is? You would then work through the rest of the words with the students, including all the steps. Next, you would continue as you would with other words to read activities. You do invitations, extensions, and race the teacher. You want to work on exposure to these words, so you want kids to read the words at least 5 times. If you begin with the closed syllables, it might look something like this. Looking at our first word, R-A-T. What kind of syllable is this? What does it say? What happens if we add an E at the end of the word? The E is silent, and what does it do? Jumps back, making the vowel say its name. We want to support by drawing a line through the E and an arrow over to the A. What's the vowel's name? And our word is? Then you would work through the rest of the words with the students, including all the steps. Continue as you would with other new words to read activities, using invitations, extensions, and race the teacher. You'd like the students to read each of these words at least 5 times. For those of you dealing with students who have particular struggles, there is a more supportive 2-day script to teach Magic E in your manual. It's also helpful for first-grade students. As we wrap up Magic E, let's discuss adding Magic E to the visual and blending drill. In the visual drill, the Magic E cards belong in pile 0. These are the cards you're going to use in the visual drill, but not in the blending drill. You tap the card once, and the student responds with the sound, A, I, etc. You can also point to the placeholder on the card and ask students to put a consonant there. For example, the teacher says, put a P there, and the students respond with ape, eep, ipe, ope, yoop or oop, ipe. After you introduce all the Magic E patterns, A consonant E, I consonant E, etc., you may want to retire the individual cards and include the combination card, as it tends to increase the pacing of the visual drill. When you've transitioned to the combo card, you can point to the patterns out of order. Otherwise, what quickly happens is they just rattle off A, E, I, O, U, I. Also, continue the practice of asking students to insert consonants in the placeholder as additional practice. When we begin adding the magic E syllable type to the blending drill, we use our magic E card, 8.48. We don't use it in our visual drill, but you might want to put it in your visual drill stack. What I do is put this card in my visual deck, but reverse it. Put it in the visual drill backwards, so when we get to it, we know to stop. When you begin blending magic E syllables, you pull out this card, 8.48, and periodically slide it into the 4th position on your blending board. Make sure there's only one single consonant in that 3rd position when choosing to add this card. The magic E doesn't work after patterns like CK or FF. Kids are really smart, and they quickly figure out that your hand movement putting the E in the 4th position is a cue that the vowel now says its name. When this happens, there are magic E ending cards that have the consonant plus E on one card. These cards are in Deck 10. The intent for Deck 10 is to cease using the silent E card, 8.48, and mix these cards into your 3rd position. You would reserve Deck 10 until after the visual drill, as they should not be included in the visual drill. We include Deck 10 mixed into the 3rd position only in the blending drill. With that, we've come to the end of our Magic E story for today.